We are live.
Hello.
Hello and welcome everyone once again to the world of Coyote and Crow. I will be your story guide tonight. My name is Logan Bodes. I am a writer, editor, and many other things from the Absolica Nation. With me tonight, as always, are lovely players, or at least three out of my four. Regrettably, Mistress Winter will not be joining us tonight. We wish her very well. She just had a birthday and is celebrating. However, we have everyone else here. So let's go round starting with Casper and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Casper the NB Ghost. I am a Black Cherokee Sapphic writer that you can find all over the internet at Casper DANB Ghost. All one word. Um, and tonight I'm playing Anizi and their uh mecha hybrid, I guess, raccoon. Cybernetic raccoon. Tops. So yeah. All of our pronouns are they them. Yeah.
Oh,
Vi.
For you. Hi, I'm Vile. Yes, that includes my descriptor of my personality. I go by he, Fae pronouns, and I play Tatsi, who's just a lovable creature.
and my name is Bo. I use they them pronouns, and you can find me all over the internet at Dorky Teacher. And I am playing Kichika, who is the Path of the Crow, and who says mean things to their friends sometimes, and they're really, really sorry. We all use they them pronouns.
Now then, since I cut Kichika off a second ago, I'm sorry about that. I will make it up to you by letting you do the recap.
Thanks. I love doing the recap. Can't you tell? There's no sarcasm in my voice. In the previous episode of Coyote and Crow, we had just joined the Suyata, and we were all up to our own little shenanigans when we met Tatsiaka, who was going to be leading us on our first kind of real quest for the Suyata. We were to go and investigate an outpost that was not reporting in. Um, and this was like a test to see if we actually belong in the Suyata. So we got onto a Yutsu barge and traveled over to Uthipasa, kind of mountainous region. And we ran into two travelers, Tassatine and Yansa, who were kind of just walking to the town. We chatted with them, had an evening around the fire when we started to hear wolves howling um, and crazy dreams. And then when we woke up, I believe it was Tassatine was gone and had been eviscerated, or there was blood everywhere. There was blood everywhere.
Bits and pieces. I remember that description.
Yes. That is when this quote that is in my notes that says "Death loves kids" from Logan. Um, and so we decided, I believe, to tough it out. If you're gonna make me do this, I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
I deserve it.
So yeah, so we decided to continue traveling. I believe we were pushing through to try to get to the town as quickly as possible. There was one more day ahead when we start hearing odd growls, distant birds, a deep roar from where we came from. A bear, maybe? That's all my notes say.
And we
Maybe
rejoin
a
our
bear?
players. Anizi has contributed to the group by fashioning a crude radar device, which is beeping madly as something was approaching. Something they can't see, but something very large and very fast. Their remaining townie, Yansa, has all but broken down and is huddling in place, screaming that he's coming. And this is where we will rejoin them. You have a screaming teenager with you, lots of blood, and from the sound of it, something that looks like it's about 20 feet that way to the northwest and closing rapidly.
Any ideas, anyone?
I think I picked up a giant stick.
I'm gonna...
Um,
Do we fight it or are we running?
I have little legs.
I've got knives and I've got climbing a tree.
Okay, bears can climb. But
15 feet.
They can't climb
Okay.
higher than me.
I'm going to take out my recurve bow and I'm going to fire at it.
Well,
Because
thus far you can't see anything.
I'm gonna fire in its general direction then.
Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
I need to find my app.
Oh yeah. Should. Oh wait. I have dice.
Where's my app? Coyote and Crow.
Oh, where are my dice? Dang it.
Dice. Okay. Remind me how that works again. I have a
So-
+1 on that, and then it's using either strength or agility, right? Plus my-
Yes. Whichever you have more in, assuming you have ranks and ranged weapons, which I
Yes.
believe you do.
I do. Okay.
So you add those numbers together, roll the appropriate number of d12s against. Right now we're going with a target number of 8.
Okay. Work. Rolling. So that is 1 success and 1 critical success. And then on the crit die, it is also a success. So that's 4 successes.
Your arrow arcs into the trees. You hear it thump very loudly into something, but you're not sure what. But it was a hell of a shot. However, the radar keeps beeping, and it
Yep.
continues to close.
As that thing keeps beeping, can I dig in my bag and like try and do a really unstable incendiary device? Really like not even incendiary, like really unstable concussion thing in the distance.
You're just trying to gather whatever you can find out of various junk
Mhm.
that
I packed instead of warm clothes because
Uh,
priorities.
while Zizi is doing that, I'm going to place myself at an angle to them. That way, if the bear is running towards me, it gives Zizi a bit more time if I get mauled.
Go ahead. I'm assuming you don't have craft explosives.
Please have it. Please be like,
No,
actually.
I have crafting and skullduggery.
We're going to call this a crafting at a
Okay.
target number 11.
Of course. And I'm rolling.
I have science physics, not science chemistry. Otherwise, I'd be like, wait, can I help?
What dice are these? These are D12s. I remember.
They are.
Let's get super lucky on this one.
You might even say, let's get dangerous.
Let's get
Get
physical. Physical.
physical. Hey.
Same brain cell.
Yes. I got.
But who gets to use it at a time?
Yeah.
Right now,
well,
she does. They do.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. How many? There's nothing helping me with this. So I got a grand total of no successes, but no critical failures.
Oh, good. So you pull out a bunch of things, you assemble something, and you're getting ready to throw it, and you realize you made a hammer.
That's cool. I want to throw
Hurts
the
when you chuck it.
I mean, that's a weapon. That's better than a stick.
It's like, yeah, I'll throw the hammer. I'm not bold.
10 feet. Patsy.
Is 10 feet, I am assuming, is still too far to stab.
It is out of melee range. However, 10 feet is well within distance for when you should be able to see it. 10 feet is the nearest tree line in the direction it's
And we
supposed to be
still don't
coming
see it.
from. Nope.
Great.
I'm gonna make a tactical decision, and I'm gonna run up a tree.
Our fearless leader,
Okay.
everyone.
What am I gonna do?
Which direction?
Up. Nearest tree. Right for that one. Whatever that one is. Preferably the one not also in the direction of the monster or whatever.
Go ahead and make your athletics check.
Okay. So,
The pride of the Suyata.
listen.
Will sacrifice a child.
We'll sacrifice a group of children.
Yeah,
You are surrounded by teenagers and an old lady.
that's right.
What's the difficulty?
Target number of 8.
0 successes.
So you're trying to climb up the tree and you keep slipping on the blood.
Fuck. That's not good.
Hmm.
That's very not good.
However, Nathan stands firm in front of Anisi. As you all look, Yansa breaks down, utterly terrified, a blubbering mess. Nathan is doing her level best to comfort her and remain the strong tower of a person that you all know her to be. She is many things, including an inscrutable woman, scared of almost nothing. And perhaps that makes it no surprise that she's the first one to step out and call challenge to whatever this thing is. What is much more of a surprise, however, is as you all watch, this old woman disappears. Now, I say disappears, but it's not as if she fades out of existence. You all very clearly see something churn around her feet. And she is dragged beneath the earth.
Ah,
You have one action each.
Is the thing
climb a
still
tree.
coming? Is the thing still coming for us?
If you have a good sight on the radar thing that Anisi has made, it looks like it's right on top of you.
Yep. She was right in front
I
of me,
believe
right?
in you, Nathan.
Say what?
She was right in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In front
nope.
of you and Yansa.
Yep. Nope. I'm gonna leapfrog over Yansa and get to a tree. I'm sorry. I am a child. I'm gonna get to a tree. Ground is bad. Ground is lava.
What I'm saying.
Okay.
Athletics to climb the tree. Kichika,
What is...
you appear to be the one with the spine today.
Yeah. Yeah. One spine between us. So
Kichika gets the spine and Anisi gets the brain cell. So
Anisi gets to live.
how old is Yansa? Like younger than me? I'm 18.
It's never
19.
come up. She looks about your age.
Okay. well, regardless, she's breaking down. I am gonna run forward, and grab Yansa, and just kind of get her and try to help her up into a tree since she seems kind of stunned right now. She's in that freeze.
Athletics checks.
I can help.
Athletics check.
I can help. Well, I wouldn't. Never mind. I changed my mind.
You also already took your action.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nope.
Our rolls
I
tonight,
got-
guys.
I got a straight though. I got 4, 3, 2, 1. Does that give me anything?
Yes,
we're playing
actually
poker,
it does,
right?
because that's a critical failure.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's not how you play poker.
Guys, we've had 4 rolls and 1 success.
No, I got a success. I got an 11 and a 12, and then I re-rolled the 12, and then I got a 5. So I got an 11
Okay,
and
we've
a 12.
had 5 rolls and 2. That's a 20% win rate, guys.
That's 3
We're not doing
successes,
great.
and you scamper right up a tree.
I meant like the whole roll succeed or failed.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. My raccoon
So,
ass is going up a tree.
And yes, Uneasy crawls up the tree, arches her back like a raccoon, holds the hammer up defensively. Kichika, however, you're helping Yansa into the tree, and you slip. You look down at your foot, and you see Nathan's hand holding on to your ankle for dear life, like it's the only lifeline she has left.
Kichika does the weirdest body motion you've ever seen, where they are both trying to push and pull someone, push someone up a tree and pull someone out of the ground. They're just trying to lift off.
Well, it comes as no surprise that you'll have to choose.
Child can attempt to climb the tree on their own. They're there now. What is it the same tree that Zizi's in, or?
It is not.
It is not. Okay. I think Yansa is at the tree now, kind of partially up. I'm gonna try to pull Nathan out of the ground.
That will be another athletics tech.
Oh,
Technically speaking, this one is contested.
Because I am so strong. So very strong.
Gambate.
Hey! Actually, that was not bad. Critical fails cancel out critical successes first, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's 2 successes.
All right. You throw your entire back into it, and you pull with all your might. And even as you do, the group's only spine, you feel Nathan slipping away.
Oh, fuck.
But
oh, go ahead. I was going to try something, but go ahead.
you realize as soon as you are pulling that if you continue to pull, the best case scenario is you're going to pull Nathan's arm out of its socket. You are literally fighting something with the strength of the earth itself.
Okay. Kichika's got both hands on Nathan's arm, and feel myself pulling, getting pulled back towards Nathan. And as Nathan's eyes start to kind of fade back into the earth, I just whisper, "I'm sorry," and let go.
You see a look of understanding. And as she fades beneath the earth, you get the feeling that if she could speak through the mouthful of earth, she would tell you that she forgives you. And then Nathan is gone. The earth is undisturbed. All that remains are the scattered remnants of the gory scene from the night previously. Tatsuyaka attempting to climb the tree, covered in blood, not their own, and still upon the ground. And the subtle fading of the sonar getting quieter and quieter as whatever it was flees the area. The moment stretches long. There is silence in the clearing. Even the sounds of animals have not resumed. All that remains is you, the breathing, and wondering what happens now.
So Zizi is in the tree, clutching onto the branch for dear life. They will not move. They are both freezing, like they're cold, but also terrified. Um, yeah, no, they will not move. Tops is up there with them.
Kichika is gonna kind of paw at the ground where Nathan got pulled back under, and looking for any sign that we can follow. And I'm assuming there's nothing. Like, I assume it's just closed right back up. When that
The most you
fails,
have is the sonar that seemed to indicate that the thing was going back the way it had come to the northwest.
okay. Northwest, is that also where we were headed?
It's
that-
not away, but it's not towards. You were headed more westerly.
When that fails, I'm gonna help Yansa down from halfway up the tree that I shoved her up, and then try to find the rest of the group.
Well, it's not hard. They're all around. You can see Anizi up in the tree, hissing like a raccoon. Tatsuyaka still trying to climb, coated in blood.
Hey, I'm gonna. I probably see Tatsuyaka first, scrambling. Hey, we're okay. It's gone.
Looks around. Okay. Certainly not according to plan. I see we have in fact lost a team member. It's not great. It's not great. How about we take a moment? Clear our minds and figure out next steps.
You do that. I'm gonna head over to Anizi. And see them hissing. I'm just gonna hold a hand out. Just look them dead in the eyes and just be like, "Hey, you're okay. We're okay."
The the ground, it took her. It took her.
I know.
It took her.
I know. We'll find her. It's okay.
And an
Um,
easy. From your space, you had a perfect view of that same scene of Nathan slowly disappearing.
yeah. That's not gonna keep me up at night at all. Uh, I'm gonna um climb down, but I'm instead of like touching the ground, I'm going to climb onto Kichika. I'm not touching the ground. I'm full like koala onto Kichika right now. I'm koalaing Kichika, and then Tops is koalaing me.
Right. Yeah, and I'm holding like Zizi is one of my younger siblings, and I'm carrying them to bed. Like I will carry Zizi as long as they like, as long as my arms don't give out.
Aw.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard about people putting a whole team on their back. I didn't think it'd be literal.
Tatsu will probably be trying to, root through the extra clothes they brought to clean up and change.
Yeah.
Arriving to a new town covered in blood, not the best impression they could make. So.
Oh, you find plenty of clothes. Tacityne's, some of her outfit seems like it'd fit you perfectly.
Great.
Maybe
Love
don't
that.
show up to this person's hometown in their clothes.
Yeah. Do I find other clothes that are not the dead person's?
I
I
mean,
did bring
I'm
extra
assuming you brought
winter
some of your
gear.
own.
Yeah. So. Yeah, change clothes, get cleaned up, and whatnot.
So, after about 15 minutes has passed, Yansa is no longer screaming or blubbering, but just holding on to a tree as tightly as she can, watching in terrified fashion everything that's happening around her.
Can I use Deer's smile to try to promote a calming aura around Yansa?
Yes, you can make the
Cool.
attempt.
All right, so that's okay. What's the difficulty?
We're gonna call it 7 this time.
That would be 4 successes then.
So you're definitely facing a stiffer wind than you were expecting here, or maybe not. She did wake up to the remains of her friend brutally murdered and watched someone else be eaten by the ground itself. But you persist, and with the gifts of the Adonadi, you manage to calm her down. She eventually comes out of the tree, but she is upset, but
Of course.
she's mobile now.
Low battery. Power on.
Sorry.
Weird thing to say in response to that. Yansa?
So, as you're all standing there, you hear that voice, and the impromptu sonar turns off
Oh no.
Killed
and
my
falls
Tops.
apart.
I'm sorry. I really don't have any control over that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. We need to get to town. How far away are we again?
At this point, if you're running, half a day. If you're going at normal speed, stopping to eat, full day's travel still.
I'm carrying a whole and easy, so we're not running.
You can get me off your back. I just need something to distract me.
I will carry you as long as you want to be there, as long as I
Okay.
can.
Aneezy, you notice that your Neezy starts throwing up an error message.
Hey, I'm gonna direct you to park me at like far like as far away as the edge of like our camp thing is from where um Nathan disappeared because I don't want and like gore and whatever. It's just you can drop me off over here. I gotta.
Okay. I'm going to try to find somewhere that has, if there's any kind of rockiness that's less dirt and more stone, I'm going to try to
Yeah.
put so that it's a little bit more solid.
Yeah, drop me on a boulder and I start trying to fix my sonar immediately.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
It was an impromptu invention. You're lucky it stayed together this long.
I know. It's just to keep my hands busy at this point. It's like I want to stop Kichika before he leaves and hand them the hammer I made. It's like, here. I hope that helps. I'm sorry about before.
I'm sorry. I guess what I said came across as kind of harsh. I didn't mean it to be rude. I was just, I don't know, pointing out what I was seeing, and it sometimes comes across as being well hurtful, and I don't want to be hurtful to you, ZZ. You're like my friend.
Oh, I was talking about Nathan getting pulled under the.
Oh, right, me too.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't helpful with that. I kind of ran up a tree, but yeah, that other thing also wasn't nice too.
There's very little it seems like either of us could do, and in the moment we did what we could, which was protect ourselves.
Yeah, okay. I'm going just back to fixing.
Yansa looks at Tatsi. Isn't it the Suyata's job to protect us?
Not all Suyata have the same talents.
What are yours?
How do we be shifty about this?
Kichika is biting the inside of their cheek right now.
Not fighting. Which is funny enough, a double-sided answer.
So, as you watch, you get the distinct feeling that if she were not still under the impression of Deer's smile, she would be angry. As it stands, she's agitated, which is impressive. Then what? That one tried to fight the earth itself to save their friend. That one all but conjured technical scientific devices out of nowhere. And all I've seen you do is run away.
I'm better with people than monsters.
More. Just direct eye stare.
I mean, she's aware she's under the effect of Deer's smile right now, right?
Oh, yes.
I think it kind of answers itself then.
Look, it seems like the Fiata sent you with us for a different reason,
We
right?
were
Like,
all sent here for a different reason.
well, yes, right, but like what I mean is, you weren't sent here to fight monsters. You were sent here to supervise us and
Correct.
deal with people, which is what you
Correct.
do.
So they sent a warrior, an inventor, and a school teacher to help.
Well, I'm not a warrior.
I'm pretty sure when I signed up, there was nothing about fighting monsters. Run that back for me, Tops. Was there anything about fighting monsters?
There was not.
Wait. So has this been going on for a while? Like, is this the first time this happens?
I don't know. I've been in Cahokia for a long time. Tasatine was there with
Right.
me. There was a letter, and no, wait, there's been dreams in the village. Bad dreams. Dreams of caves, dreams of it doesn't matter. We need
It
to
clearly
hurry.
does.
Yeah, no, I argue that it does.
Someone can make a coercion roll.
I would love to make a coercion roll. I would love to do that, a school teacher.
Yeah, somehow I thought that
Ooh,
might be the
wait,
case.
wait. I would like to help.
Okay,
'Cause I'm
both of you go
pretty-
ahead and make one.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What the fuck is that roll?
That sounds promising. I love that for us.
Tonight's
Also, what do
not
we
our
have
night,
against
guys.
school teachers? Is that what?
Yeah, that's just not what Tatsi is.
Yeah,
School
but come
teachers
on.
are fine, but no one ever said Tatsi was good at teaching. She's good at people. They're good at people. Very different.
I got a 9, 10, and 11.
Okay,
What is the difficulty?
8.
That I got 3 1s
Oh boy.
and 2 successes, but they're canceled out by the 1s. So
Most of the time that would be just a failure. This time, I am going to use the fact that I am God to rule that a critical failure because the dice know. And I know you're.
I have 9
Logan.
dice for this roll,
I had 5 dice.
and I got 3 1s.
Logan said, "Because I know you personally."
Because I know Tatsi's character, yes. So
I swear
the more
she's
you talk,
they're competent sometimes.
you feel at a certain point, you feel the deer's smile snap.
Oh, I could have rolled deer smile.
Go ahead and take 2 points of mind. And then take three points of body.
Oh God. Okay.
You are incredibly surprised by the fact that Deer's smile snapped. Surprised enough to leave you completely open when, as you start talking, you just get decked in the face. She's not particularly big or strong, but she's very angry.
I'm gonna interject. Just gonna
Interject or intercede?
Intercede, interpose. I'm gonna get in the way and just, whoa.
She's got her fist cocked back again. She's spitting mad. Like, this girl is angry enough that she broke an Adonity ability. And now, if you'd like to make, now is when Aneezy's roll can take effect.
I'm gonna walk up behind. I don't have. Oh, I didn't roll with deer smile, but I have it. I should have forgot about it. But so I'm gonna just tug on her sleeve of the like the hand that didn't just deck Tatsuki and just put on my biggest doe eyes and have the raccoon tops just on my other side, like it's like, excuse me, miss, it would help us a lot if you could tell us about these bad dreams and caves, because then maybe we can get my friend back and maybe we can help your village and
My friend
avenge
is dead.
and avenge your friend, because like I'm sorry that your friend died, but that woman was like a mom to me, and I didn't have one before, and she was really nice, and I feel really bad that I couldn't help her. So could you please please just tell me about your dream?
So you see that this person was geared up to start screaming, yelling, yowling. And at the point that you start crying, confusion, followed by, oh, the tension goes out of her body. She looks over, and after a moment, she just wraps you in a hug.
I'm gonna sob into her shoulder and hug her back, and Tops is going to also sob into her other shoulder. We're gonna squeeze her in this really awkward hug.
After a moment, you feel that you're not the only ones crying, that she's joined you. She's got the inconsolable tears of somebody who has gone through grief and anger in a very short span of time and is just has nothing left but to break down and cry.
I would like to flag Kichika because this is overwhelming. I wasn't expecting all this.
Try to transition the hug.
Nope.
Nope. Not doing
Nope.
it.
This child is her rock at the moment.
All right. I'm going to. It's hard. I'm just gonna join into the hug and kind of support,
Yeah,
Tatsu
and
will
maybe she will
stay
let
back
go
a
a second.
distance.
I'm keeping my electronics away from Kichika as I do this hug.
Yeah,
so
no,
we're
I'm
just gonna-
I'm opposite end, kind of doing the like. I don't actually want to like touch hug. It's the like over here hug, you know, like.
Actually, for that matter, Tatsi's not only going to keep their distance, Tatsi will turn their body physically away so as to not to interrupt the private moment.
It takes a few minutes. When she is finally able to collect herself and speak again, she lets go of Anisi, who is very sore because she has just been held in a very tight hug. And she looks at Kichika. She glares daggers at the back of Tatsi's head. I don't know much. And this is to Anisi. But I do know that the women of the village have been dreaming, have been having terrible nightmares for months. I don't know exactly when it started, but I know that it's very vivid, and a few people have been out hunting and not come back. It happens sometimes. We lose one, maybe two every couple of years. The woods aren't safe out here. There's still a lot of things that are crawling out, but we've never lost two people in a year. Not not in this short a time span, I mean. It might be nothing, but
thank you. Yeah. Uh we'll s- we'll do our best to help your village. I yeah. Oh, also, they're not with. I'm pointing to Totsky. They're not with us normally. Like, they're the ones that brought us here. So I'm with you. Like, they're on
I'm
my list.
Us. Tatsuki.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm glad I hit them.
No, I get it. It's like, thank you.
I get it.
I am really sorry about your friend, but like
We
staying with us, yeah, staying with us, will get you to your village safe.
Even in my village, we hear stories about the glorious Suyata, the Suyata who are the arm of the council themselves, who are an elite warrior society. But meeting
Yeah,
in person, there's that one and a child. They sent a literal child.
yeah, I'm new, so
Have you even had your coming of age ceremony?
I mean, yes. Maybe.
Have you?
This is an AB conversation, Kichika. I
I've
need
been
you to
right here the whole time.
It's a private matter. Don't ask about it. I'm
Tatsu's
16.
just standing away, still not saying nothing, not moving.
Would I've had my coming of age ceremony?
Yes, if you've
Yeah.
got your Adenati
Yeah.
abilities, then you've had your coming of
Yeah.
age ceremony in at least one form. Maybe not the societal one, but you've definitely had at least the technological one.
I've had a ceremony. So yeah. Yeah.
You know, the more times you say that, the less confident it sounds.
No one asked you, Kichika.
Sorry.
But yes, I've had a coming of age ceremony and I've got tops and I mean like I contributed the best I could. All right. I made a sonar thingy, but now it's broken. I don't know how to fix that yet. And then like I don't fight. Like I don't fight people. People don't hit this face. I'm cute.
All right, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Cute only lasts so far. Your friend is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen, and I took some of the greatest joy in my life decking them. In fact,
Oh yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
I'm
go do
not
it
an
again.
asshole.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Tatsu will try to scramble up a tree again.
Just gonna like grab wrists and
straight
twist
up.
around.
I'll make that roll. I will do it. Just tell me to do it.
So Kichika is holding Nyansa, who is trying and straining and literally like drunk frat girl level of
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me
uh-huh.
at her. We're gonna fight.
She deserves it.
Hold my purse. Like, oh my god.
Take my
I knew I
earring.
was
We're going right now.
I knew I was going to somewhat regret that, except I don't at all.
We have
But
fun
she is
here.
that level of enthusiastically trying to get past Kichika. Like, no, they fucking deserve it. And
Can I climb up a fucking tree?
yes,
Can I
I'm
do
not
it?
gonna make you roll. You've got all the time in the world right now. So Tatsi scrambles up a tree.
Hey,
And
look, they made
Kichika,
it.
as you're holding this
It helps when it's
girl,
not slick.
she's all but sobbing again. Just it doesn't take much to recognize grief, anger, and a convenient target.
That's
I'm just gonna like I imagine that like I'm holding her from behind from running away, and I'm just gonna like wrap her arms around herself to pull her like self hug and like pull her in and just hug again and just hold arms like that against her so that she's not flailing.
She eventually relaxes in your arms and
Just deep breaths.
manages to calm herself. And finally says, "We should get going. We don't know if it will come back."
I agree.
Tati will then leap out of the tree.
Yeah.
So-
Go ahead. Sorry, I wasn't
Oh,
gonna do
no.
anything. I wasn't gonna
Well-
do anything.
My question was just, on the road again.
Do-do-do, on the road again.
The rest of the path is much like the earlier one. This is one of those that has been patrolled. There's little lock boxes on the way for people who don't have the trail craft to find their own food. Although in at least one, it's been ripped open. The metal itself looks like it was just torn completely apart in the front. And it's not like this is cheap aluminum. This is the same kind of metal they use for Yutsu barges.
I collect the scrap pieces of metal.
Are there any tracks on the ground? Anything that seems to mark an animal came by?
Make a tracking roll.
Okay. Tracking roll. Nope. Nope.
There's just too many sets of tracks. This is a well-traveled, as such things are reckoned, path. You can't pick out anything that's not human footprints.
What is wrong with our dice tonight?
Oh, this is normal for me.
Okay,
And
but
it's
it's not. It's
catching.
everyone tonight.
Can I examine the pieces that I just kind of gather up and be like try and fit them together like a puzzle piece to see what
Go ahead,
marks
make
were-
an investigation roll.
why? Okay, yeah. I could do that.
So do you have ranks in it?
Yes, I do.
So that's perception or wisdom, whichever is higher, plus investigation.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I forgot to roll those 3 dice. Oh, that's a good thing too, because I got a 12, so I rolled it again. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, I've got 2 9s, an 11, and a 12.
And what does the 12 re-roll as?
Oh, that was one of the 9s. So, yeah.
Okay. So that's 5 all told.
Goodies puzzles.
You are able to take a minute and piece it back together. Obviously, you can't bend it, but you can put it back together in your mind. And you would expect this to be like maybe a bear. You've never heard of a bear attacking these things before. Theoretically, they're made with like animal resistant pheromones or something to that effect. But there's no claw marks. When you put it back together, you see finger indentations in part of it. It looks like someone literally put their hand on it, cracked it open, and then just ripped.
Okay, so I kind of think I know what happened. Imagine you really want to get into a cookie jar or like a really secure cookie tin, but it's like sealed shut. So you have to go like on it, right? That's what happened here. Someone basically like ripped it open, but someone with the strength of a bear.
So, what you're saying is...
If you name a monster right now, I'm gonna be very mad at you.
No, I'm not naming a monster, though. That's a good idea. I should think about that.
It
But...
could be the Mazogug. They're supposed to be really strong.
Fuck. God damn it. God damn it, Logan. So they just tore it apart.
Yeah.
And they're
Like-
humanoid? Like they're person shaped?
Well, there's no claw marks, so there's dents like where your fingertips would be if you like grab something really hard.
Is there like
You-
something akin to a handprint that I can measure against? Or
So after Uneasy points it out and has kind of rearranged it, it's still bent. Because again, this is the same kind of material they make barges out of. But you can definitely see finger indentations, and in the metal where it looks like somebody just crumpled a hand against the inside and ripped.
I'm gonna kind of just
Yes.
try to judge vaguely hand size.
How tall are you?
Shoot, how tall did I make Kichika? I don't think I made them very tall. I think I made them like 5'8".
Okay. 5'8's not very tall. Gonna kick you in the shins, bring you down by a level.
6'3", everything is short to me.
Anyway, this is a huge hand. You're not sure quite how big they are, but it would be as big as a very large man.
Large man tore up box. Okay, that's the phrasing we're using. Okay. So, can I use my folklore to try and think of anything that resembles a large man that would tear up this box?
Large man tore up box on back trail.
Oh God.
Is that a title to a news article? Or
So go ahead and make a folklore roll at difficulty. We're gonna go with TN10. Target number
TN10?
10.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well,
Rin
Well-
TN10.
can I know the internet is really spotty out here, but can I
There is no signal this far out.
well, never mind then.
I got one.
Can I hope and
I
dream?
mean, we might be able to get some kind of signal out at the weather tower that we were supposed to be checking out in the first place.
Weather tower, weather tower.
So with one success, this reminds you of one of the stories your grandmother told you.
Swear to God. Okay.
It's not Gash Cap, fortunately.
This time.
And you don't think it was the Mazagug because
Yeah,
they're
that-
supposed to have fingers like, although you do say it out loud. It
I
doesn't
don't
sound like the
think.
Mazagug. They're supposed to have fingers like scalpels. You can't quite put your finger on it. You can't quite remember, but it was a story she told you when you were very small. Do not wander into the woods and the caves, for they are not always our realm. They're the realm of monsters. They're the realm of... The fuck did she say?
Oh, crap. Do not wander. Caves, they are the realm of monsters. They are the realm of...
I'm sorry, I would look it up, but I have absolutely no signal out here.
What fits that? Anyone? No? It's like a riddle. I know it's not a
I-
riddle, but it's like...
My grandma didn't tell me those stories.
I don't have a grandma.
No wonder you have no manners.
How do you not have a grandmother?
I was trying to lighten the mood.
This is a very
Oh,
odd
so
way
you're a
of doing
liar
that.
too.
Aren't we all?
No.
You've never lied.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay, let's keep walking. Maybe some travel songs.
I can sing.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Let's go.
Tatsi probably also has travel songs as a whisper.
Most
Uh,
likely, but you get the distinct feeling it would be a bad time.
Yeah.
Listen,
Uh,
Tatsi's
When
not gonna
Tatsi
last
opens
forever.
their mouth, the thing, I'm like,
Tatsi's not gonna last forever if they have to shut up the whole time. All right,
yeah.
talking's
So
what they do.
I'm gonna when I say I know songs, Tops is gonna pop into frame. Well, hop to the ground and start playing some music.
With his makeshift electric banjo.
You know what? Sure. I don't give a shit.
I was gonna say some
Ah.
EDM but okay, yeah, sure.
I don't. It's
Tops.
just a cybernetic raccoon with a little electric banjo amuses me greatly.
Tops literally holds out his hand and flips down the access port in his arms, pulls out some wires, stretches them, and proceeds to rub his face against them and makes a decent tune.
I can work with this. And, and ZZ's gonna just sing the story of how they ended up in I forgot the name.
Seattle.
Cahokia. Thank you.
Cahokia.
Cahokia, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, they were just I'm not gonna sing, but yeah, go.
What?
ZZ does. Casper doesn't sing. I'm sorry.
So hours pass. Tatsi gets threatened at least 3 more times. If Kichika is not ever vigilant, Tatsi's getting punched at least twice more.
Oh, Kichika is full older sibling mode, like ready for younger sibling to just like do something they're not supposed to. Like
Okay.
just ready with all sorts of distractions.
ZZ's encouraging the violence and staying back.
Everyone give me investigation, or maybe not investigation. Maybe investigation. Yeah, go ahead and give me either investigation or tracking rolls as you go.
Okay.
Default number. Or survival. I'll take survival too.
Okay.
3 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Oh,
So
I lied. I'm sorry. 3 successes.
All right,
I
make
can't
me the
count.
worst
Kichika.
one.
You're the first one.
You're distracted by
smell
trying
it.
to play older sibling.
Even so, Kichika is the first to catch the smell on the wind. The smell of fresh blood, of a fresh kill specifically. Kichika's the one with the most woodscraft out of any of you. But Kichika is also distracted, trying to keep someone off Tatsi's ass. As Tatsi and Anizi are the ones to spot at first what looks like it looks like a little hut, like a little lean-to, but as you come closer, you realize that's just the shape from behind. What you thought was a bearskin covering is really just a bear's skin and the bones inside. As you draw level, you find that all the meat, everything inside has been hollowed out.
Well, then.
I cover Tops's eyes because they don't need to see that. I don't need to see it, but they definitely don't need to see it.
Tati will cover Aneezy's eyes.
Okay. Can I step forward? Can I use like that wouldn't
Medicine
be
or survival to diagnose
Yeah,
what
I was
and
like,
how.
what would that be? I guess that I should have just left that up to you. But yeah, I just want to figure out what happened. What's going on here? What's
So yeah,
going on here? We're gonna go 5. Come on. 3 successes. Oh, but with a fail, so 2 successes.
and how many and which did you roll?
Survival.
So you know how to field dress something. You know the proper way to open it, to hang it, to drain it, to, get the meat. That's not what happened here. This thing, just looking around the area, it was still alive. And you recall, again, one of the first things they teach you in areas where there are bears is you don't fuck with a bear. You don't, because a bear isn't nice. They don't kill you before they eat you. They don't have to worry about you getting away. They know that. They will sit on you and start eating you before anything else. Bears are terrifying. And whatever this thing was, literally held the bear down before whatever it did. This bear was alive when this happened.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I would be relaying, but kind of cutting some of the more gruesome bits. Basically saying that this bear died alive, and whatever did it died alive doesn't sound right, but was
I think
eaten alive.
everyone
There we
dies
go.
alive.
That's I was literally just having a conversation about the Scary Movie 3. How do you wake up dead? Conversation.
Oh,
Anyway, no, I would say that it was eaten alive is what I meant to say. And whatever did it was able to hold down this bear. And after I get whatever information I can from the body, I'm going to kind of take what I can from whatever's left of the body to bring with us into the village.
so what's left is literally just skin and bones in a literal sense. Everything else is gone.
Wow. Okay. I assume that yeah, I mean, so is it like hide, or is it like just like kind of loosely hanging fur at this point?
It is hanging fur over top a skeleton.
Wow. Yeah, there's not much that I can do there. I am just going to mutter a quiet kind of prayer or kind of for its spirit to find its way back to its ancestors and into nature. And then I'm gonna look around for some more damn tracks.
Yeah, when Kichika says the thing died alive, And he's gonna look around and be like, all right, which way did they go? Uh, and like immediately have Tops scan the area and start like reading out um like the tracks and stuff. I cannot hear you.
Tops is a city raccoon at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Tops squeaks and makes a big show about looking around and examining. He does everything that everyone has seen in the hollow vids, that he gets down real close to the ground, he listens, and he sits up with his little raccoon hand.
Adorable.
Tops does not have anything useful to add.
Cool. Thanks for that, buddy. I turn back to the groups like he's doing his best, okay?
While Tops is doing it, I'm also gonna look for tracks, and if I do find tracks, I'm going to kind of like vaguely gesture towards them for Tops to be able to try to find them and point them out.
I desperately want this NPC to not hate me, but I don't think there's anything I could do. I think that my target number would probably be like 11 or 12 for success.
I like that you've definitely been thinking about this the entire time.
What are you trying to do?
Me?
Mhm.
Not I don't
Oh,
I don't think
no.
there's anything I can do. I
You've
keep
made an
trying to
enemy
think
for
of
life.
things and I'm like, no, that'd backfire. No, that would backfire. No, that would backfire.
Yeah, you've made
So,
an enemy
yeah.
for life.
I know, and I
Sucks.
didn't even mean to. I mean, I guess I
Whoopsie.
did break her brain a little bit, last session. So
Yeah. Actions have consequences sometimes.
what?
Lies.
This is a role-playing game. There are no such thing as consequences.
Keep that. Yeah, you're right. Nothing has consequences. You'll be fine. So, unless there is more you wish to do with this, the village is
I did want to try to
no.
track to see if I could find tracks, because I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Ooh. Regular target number is 8, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I had 12, 7, 7, 7, and I was like, please be 7.
Actually go ahead, Bo, but I do have something I want to do after you.
So that's 4 successes.
Excellent. So, with 4 successes, you're looking around and you don't see anything at first. And when you do finally find something, you find a footprint. It looks like a large man's foot. But you find it in stone.
Team. Do you know of anything that can make a footprint in stone?
I know a bunch of machines that can make footprints in stone.
No, like a person or like a creature that could do that. Like a
You're the
living
creature
thing.
feature.
Okay.
I mean,
All
there
right.
could be some cybernetic enhancements that could do that, like if they're strong enough. But I don't think anyone out here might have that. They don't have internet, so like.
And looking at this, you can tell, Kichika, that this is not like they cracked it. It looks like this was mud. That's the kind of footprint this was, except it's in stone.
Kichika is gonna sit down in front of this rock, and close their eyes, take a deep breath, and use Mother's voice, and attempt to use 2 points of mind to do that. Attempt to discern what this is by contacting their mother to come and help them.
Okay. Make the required roll. Spend your points.
So that is. This works. Yeah, so it's just using 2 mind, and then I do them right. Okay, and then it's 5, but 3 of them are. Okay, yeah, I'm relearning how to use this ability. It's been several weeks.
It's
So
fine.
3 of them are criticals, and then I get 2 that are regular. Other than that, I just spend mind points, and it's activated.
Mhm.
I don't remember how this works for the criticals. I rolled on the critical die. I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 4. And
Okay, so
then,
that one
yeah.
on the critical die doesn't matter this time.
Okay.
It's still 2 successes.
Okay.
So you've already got a number of successes.
And then 1 more success on top of that.
So nothing changes, and to everyone around them, it looks like Kichika is just sitting there. But Kichika, though you can't see anything, in your mind's eye, you hear your mother's laughter as clearly as if she were there. You feel a gentle wind brush past you, and you can picture her sitting across from you, cross-legged, and all but beaming in joy. You look very well, Kichika.
Thanks, Mom. We're not exactly having the easiest time here.
No, that's the lot you chose.
Didn't think I'd be facing down invisible monsters. We found this creature, whether this is the same creature or not, that was able to tear through or bend and tear heavy metal sheet with ease, and seems to be stepping through stone like it's mud. I have this story that Grandma used to say all the time. Do not wander in the caves. They are the realm of monsters. They are the realm of something. I know this
Okay.
is relevant here.
I am not your grandmother. She is still with you.
I know.
These are her stories. She keeps to the old ways. In life, I chose another path. I am here. I can help as best I can. Do you remember? Because I do not remember the stories. But I do remember that you listened so attentively. You were a good child for the most part. You were always helpful with your siblings.
I know, but she passed so recently. I'm not ready to see her again.
I know, but I cannot. I am not the one who chose to come back from the far side. I am called, and perhaps I am not called. You remember as well as I that this ability is widely speculated that I could very easily just be a figment of your imagination. Something that your mind conjures to help you remember old things. So think very hard. Remember my daughter, when grandmother would tell you your stories, you would gather around the rug with your siblings. She would light the fire, and she would stand in the center and all but dance. And when she told you the stories of monsters, she would come close to your face. Remember the scent of her perfume, the smell of her hair, the crackling of the fire. Remember the stories of the cave, the story of darkness, the story of the stone man. And your mother does not say this last part. This last comes through in the voice of a memory.
Stone Man. The Stone Man.
You can't remember much more of the story, but you do remember that it terrified you, that the story of the stone man struck fear into the hearts of you and your siblings, and your grandmother told it in the ways that people had for centuries, because children don't need to learn that there are monsters in the world. Children know that. Children need to know how to avoid them. Children need to know how to beat them. And these are the stories that your grandmother told you. Lost to the mists of time. But maybe with enough time you can remember. Or maybe not. And as this thought is crossing your mind, you notice that you no longer feel the warmth or the comfort or hear the tinkling laugh of your mother as her spirit has faded. If ever her spirit was there at all.
Love you, Mom. Um, the Stone Man. Does that ring a bell for anyone?
What?
The Stone Man?
You mean like a guy made out of stone?
I've figured out what the end of that riddle, or what the end of that story was. Do not wander the caves. They are the realm of monsters. They are the realm of the Stone Man. I can't remember the rest of that story.
Is this another one of your monsters?
Monsters are real, easy.
Yeah, I saw one pull Nathan into the ground. didn't think that was a gerbil.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So this was a story that my grandmother used to tell me to warn me to keep me safe. She knew about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And this is reminding me a lot of the story of the Stone Man. I just wish I could remember it.
As you look to the sky, you notice that darkness is beginning to fall. The village is still hours away,
Would I know
but
anything? Sorry, Logan. I
it's
was
okay.
just, I was just curious. Would I know anything about the Stone Man in
Um,
my travels? Would I have heard stories?
Nothing concrete unless you have knowledge folklore.
Nothing concrete. Copy that.
Um, Yansa looks at Kichika, clearly having decided who's the leader of the group. We're still at least 6 hours away from the village. Are we pushing on tonight, or are we
I'm going to
making
look at
camp?
the rest of the group and be like, what do you all think? Dotsie?
One more time, sorry.
Do you think we should make camp? We've got several hours still.
I'd prefer to get out of the woods tonight if we can, but if we collectively need the break, I will stay up for first watch.
You could just say you're a coward.
I agree
I
with
could.
Totsi. I think that it would be best. I think we would all be happier to sleep in a proper bed tonight rather than stay in these woods any longer than we have to.
Oh, if only Tatsu were meaner. You could say you're a coward. You could say you want to be eaten like your friend. That is not what Tatsu says. But
Damn.
he thought it.
Oh,
They thought it.
Savage. I can't believe you said that. That's
Tatsu
unbelievable.
didn't say that.
Oh my
They
god.
thought,
How
you know what?
could you?
You know what? Stop before I change my mind.
You won't. You scared.
You know what?
So- Something your mother said, Kichika, puts you in mind of the best way to bring up a memory sometimes is just to set a mood. If you stopped for camp, you could build a fire. You could build the same sort of mood your grandmother once did. Maybe then the story would come easier. Or maybe the monster itself would come easier.
Okay. If we stay, I might be able to figure out more about this thing. I know it's dangerous. I know it's very dangerous. Knowing my grandmother, her story would have included some kind of way to either stay safe or get rid of it.
I just want to let everyone here know that if we are making camp, I'm sleeping in a tree.
Okay.
I suggest you guys do the same, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
If so, that's our options. We can stay, and maybe I can figure out, what the rest of the story is, or we could go into town and sleep in the town. I'm not going to finish that thought. Sleep in the town where it's safe.
There's a distant howl, mournful. and the sound of wind and a distant rumbling.
I'm gonna climb a tree. I heard a distant howl. I'm not playing. Ground is lava.
Okay. Take it we're not moving from the tree tonight. Is that what's happening?
No.
Jansa looks in the direction that you all have come. I want to go home.
I know. Just a little bit more.
You can sleep in this tree with me.
You're not my type.
Too young.
What are you talking about?
Oh boy, very young.
Bad joke.
And with that, Tati will begin trying to make a hammock in the tree.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of grab some loose wood and kind of between two branches build some kind of little seat.
I'm straight up sleeping on a branch.
But I am gonna
You
make
know,
a
tie
fire.
the tent around two branches and sleep in that, or something.
I am gonna make
Okay.
a fire though, and start cooking some food. Doesn't matter really what it is or if it really needs to be cooked. Just some simple cooking. And I am going to sit down. I am going to take the tiniest of microdoses of my mind-enhancing drug. You really need to have a name for it. Just as mind-enhancing drug class 2.
It's LSD.
Come up with one. I don't care if you call it LSD.
It's MED. Med. It's med.
It's med.
Oh, I had wanted to earlier use medicine to heal my punch damage. I totally forgot about that.
Go ahead and make your roll. We'll assume that you've done so at some point along the trail.
Cool.
Uh,
Nope. I got 2 1s, a 10, and a 4.
Yeah.
I think I made it worse. I think I poked myself in the eye or put the salve in the eye. Or
God damn it.
Oh fuck.
It's not a critical failure, but you open the med kit and you're like, I got painkillers, but ain't nothing gonna fix a solid deck to the jaw that hurts every time I talk.
Bag of beans, bag of frozen peas.
All the better to shut Tatsi up, I guess. Shit.
So I'm gonna sit down cross-legged by the fire, just kind of staring. And I'm gonna call out to Anizi and Tatsi and Yansa. I'll be like, hey, does anybody have a story? Like a story that you would, tell around the fire.
Yes.
Tatsu, you're getting bad flashbacks.
Wait, why?
Oh yeah, let Tatsi do it. I already told a story. I told a story last time.
I have stories. Certainly do.
As I secure myself into this nice, comfortable nook I found on the branch. Can't wait to hear it.
Can I roll charm as I tell a story to try and appeal to the friend or to the non-friend who hates me?
I'll give you 2 choices. You can either roll performance, or I can post a story for you to read at least a part of, and you do your best to give a dramatic reading.
Ooh.
Unless you have a story you want to tell.
No, go ahead and put. I have an idea, but I didn't know I'd be telling a story. I'll have to write actually some stories for me to do in the future. I would love to try to read a story.
It's happened a couple times that we've had to tell stories. So
Okay, I will remember that for later. So, if you want to post the snippet, I can definitely read something off. Cool.
You have it.
Okay.
and as you read it out, because
Yeah,
just
let
like
me.
hands, elbows on knees, hands in, just like staring into the fire, like deep in thought and slight drug intoxication.
By the way, as a person, am very good at talking. I am less good at reading, so I'm sorry if I fuck up a little bit. I promise you, the fuck ups are me, not Tatsi. So
That's fine. Zizi is
I
silently
give
judging
credit
you.
for trying.
Yeah, we don't
okay,
judge
so,
people for their reading skills here.
So Tatsi centers themselves and kind of closes their eyes as they reach deep inside of themselves to kind of reach that, inner whisperer, that inner person who loves to be a part of and then retell stories. And after a few moments opens their eyes, and there's just like this whole different aura about them. Normally they're kind of like almost ditzy, and now they're just very focused. And so they begin.
Are you still in the tree or are you on the ground?
I am in
Like,
my little.
are you like performing?
I'm in my little hammock with my
Okay.
like legs dangling, and I'm
Got it.
expectorating.
Got it. I just wanted the visual in my mind. Were you like performing the story, or were you like, just reading it out or saying it out to us?
Okay,
Carry on.
How water came to be, nobody knows. Where Old Man Coyote came from, nobody knows. But he lived. Old Man Coyote spoke. It is bad that I am alone. I should have someone to talk to. It is bad that there is only water and nothing else. Old Man Coyote walked around, and then he saw some who were living. 2 ducks with red eyes. Younger brothers, he said. Is there anything in this world but water and still more water? What do you think? Why, said the ducks. We think there might be something deep down below the water. In our hearts, we believe this. Well, younger brothers, go and dive. Find out if there is something. Go. One of the ducks dove down. He stayed underwater for a long, long time. How sad, Old Man Coyote said. Our younger brother must have drowned. No way he has drowned, said the other duck. We can live underwater for a long time. Just wait. At last, the first duck came to the surface. What our hearts told us was right, he said. There is something down there because my head bumped into it. Well, my younger brother, whatever it may be, bring it up. The duck dived again. A long time he stayed down there. When he came up, he had something in his beak. Why, what can this be? Old Man Coyote took it. Why, this is a root, he said. Where there are roots, there must be earth. My younger brother, dive again. If you find something soft, bring it up. The duck went down a third time. This time, he came up with a small lump of soft earth in his bill. Old Man Coyote examined it. Ah, my younger brother, this is what I wanted. This I will make big. This I will spread around. This little handful of mud shall be our home. Old Man Coyote blew on the little lump, which began to grow and spread all over. What a surprise, elder brother, said the ducks. This is wonderful. We are pleased. Old Man Coyote took the little root. In the soft mud, he planted it, and things started to grow. Grasses, plants, trees, All manner of food Old Man Coyote made in this way. Isn't this pretty? He asked. What do you think? Elder brother, answered the ducks. This is indeed very pretty, but it's too flat. Why don't you hollow some places out and here and there make some hills and mountains? Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Yes, my younger brothers, I'll do as you say. While I'm about it, I will also make some rivers, ponds, and springs so that wherever we go, we can have cool, fresh water to drink. Ah, that's fine, elder brother, said the ducks after Old Man Coyote had made all these things. How very clever you are. Well, is something still missing, younger brothers? What do you believe in your hearts? Everything is so beautiful, elder brother. What could be missing? Companions are missing, Old Man Coyote said. We are alone. It's boring. He took up a handful of mud and out of it made people. How he did this, no one can imagine. The people walked about. Watching them, Old Man Coyote was pleased, but the ducks were not so happy. Elder brother, they said, you've made companions for yourself, but none for us. Why, that's true. I forgot it. And right away, he made all kinds of ducks. There, my younger brothers. Now you can be happy. After a while, Old Man Coyote remarked, something's wrong here. But everything is good, and we're no longer bored. What could be wrong? Why, don't you see? I've made all these people men, and all the ducks I made are male. How can they be happy? How can they increase? Forthwith he made women. Forthwith he made female ducks. And then there was joy and contentment. Then there was increase. That's the way it happened. Do you want me to stop there or want me to continue going?
Go ahead. Unless you want to keep going.
I mean, I'm good if you guys are good. I don't want to take up too much time.
Yeah, no, that was great. I love listening to stories.
Yeah, ZZ is gonna turn over and be like, it wasn't bad.
Go ahead and make your charm roll at target number 7.
Okay. If I can find my sheet again. As if I don't know how many dice I'm rolling.
Kichika, you know that story is from one of the other tribes, but there's something niggling about it that it just tickles the back of your brain.
I got, you said success number 7?
7.
I got 1 success.
That's about right. Yonce is very much like an easy. It was a good story.
What did Anisi realize?
Oh, Kichika realized there was
Oh.
something familiar about the story.
Okay.
Familiar enough to tickle the
It's not
back
one
of
your
their
grandmother
brain.
told you, but something about it just clips at something that's happened recently. Maybe not tonight, maybe not since you've been on the trail, but anyway. However, go ahead and make another knowledge folklore check. This time, target number 10.
Okay. Here we go. So close. I had a 9, but I also rolled a 1.
You had a 9. Did you have any 10s?
No, so that's a critical fail.
You lose yourself in the
Wait.
story, and as you...
I said it took a small amount of that drug. Does that count as a dose or no?
No.
Okay.
You said it was a microdose.
Yeah, fair.
You fall into the story and you find yourself transported back to your grandmother's tales. And as you sit there, you find yourself smiling and happy to be with her once more. It's almost like she was alive again. Almost. And all at once you feel yourself reel away from that because she's still gone. And this hurts so much.
Tatsi steps in it again.
Tatsi did good as the dice are just not with you
I
guys.
know. I've never rolled so many ones in my whole life.
Kichigo is gonna get up and kind of yell out and kick a log and go off for a bit of a walk. Not out of the firelight, but just kind of be alone for a second. And then take first watch.
Not bad.
Unless anyone has anything they'd like to say or do, time will begin to pass.
Tatsi will take
No?
second watch or third watch, whatever people
An hour
want
passes
to work out.
and nothing happens. A second joins it, and a third, a fourth. And Kichiko wakes Tatsi and finds her dreams plagued. She is again a small child, lapping up the stories from her grandmother. And as she sits there, as her grandmother comes to the crescendo of the story, walk not in the old caves. They are the realm of monsters. They are the realm. And the ground beneath her feet begins to churn. And a gray hand that looks as if it is carved from stone grabs the old woman's ankle and drags her into the ground. And in your dreams, you hear a voice like the rumble of old rocks collapsing together in an avalanche that says, "The Stone Man." And your dreams are plagued with nightmares the entire night. Not of one of you sleeps well. Each of you finds yourself dreaming, running, pursued, afraid, the smell of dank earth all around you, hearing Neithan's last cry as she was dragged beneath the rock, even though she made no such cry. You hear her calling out to you, begging for help. And you know that there's nothing you can do. And when the gray light of dawn wakens you, it's fair to say that none of you slept well.
Good morning. Good morning.
Jansa tosses a rock at you.
Can I
Not a big
roll
one,
to
though.
dodge? Oh, okay. I was
It
like,
wasn't meant to actually hit, but
Okay.
you get the feeling this is just fuck you. It's a fuck
You're
you
the one
rock.
that wanted to be home. And that's like in the most serious tone that Tatsi's taken on like this whole campaign.
Doesn't mean you have to be so happy about it. I slept like shit.
We all I also slept like shit, but it's a new day. And we carry on.
Narrowed
Alright.
eyes. Slightly less hatred than yesterday.
So Tatsi will encourage and / help everybody kind of get up and get moving, you know, do some stretches, which others are free to join in if they want or not. Just to limber up for the walk.
Yeah, as you're in the middle of stretches, ZZ's gonna climb down with Tops, stare at you, and then just go sit by the remains of the fire.
It really will make you feel better if you do your stretches before we get moving.
How are you this active?
Are we forgetting I've been with the Seattle longer than you guys?
Yeah, morning people suck.
What they said.
It's
What they
cute
said.
that you think I'm a morning person.
You sound like a morning person.
I am an all-day person.
Oh,
That's worse.
great.
And Tatsi will just flash a winning smile.
It's annoying how much you still want to like them.
Stupid shiny new shoes.
Yeah, if there's nothing, if like we've all had our breakfast and everything, well, I want to start hitting the road because I don't want to spend another night. Like, I slept in a tree. It's not my first time sleeping in a tree. I want it to be the last time in a very long time that I sleep in a tree. So
Mhm.
gonna take the lead on this one and start making my way down the
Making my way downtown. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I hear a song
I was
lyric.
about to
gotta
roll
say it.
damage again.
making
It was
my
not
way
in
down
character,
the
obviously.
trail.
Kelly Clarkson does
Anyway.
not exist in Cahokia.
That wasn't Kelly Clarkson, but okay, yeah.
As you wend your way along the trail, you reach the point at which it's obvious the patrols from Cahokia come much less frequently. What is a nice little, what looks at first like a nice park trail where the food boxes, and occasionally there's even been some lights, like set in the ground, clearly solar powered. They just denote the trail. It turns into an old earth trail that's little more than essentially deer tracks that have just been used over and over again. And gradually, you come within sight of a group of houses made in the old style. The forest gives way to not quite a plain, but something less than a forest. And there are people milling about. Yansa immediately brightens before getting to be just slightly perturbed. Normally, the warriors are not standing guard. Something must have happened.
Tatsi will take charge and approach the warriors, trying to get a read on the situation here, as well as obviously reporting what happened on their way. As a member of the Seattle, it's best to keep relations with the community open and honest.
Make your roll and tell me what you say.
Which thing would you like me to be rolling here?
Go ahead and make charm or coercion, depending on if you were just trying to make a good impression or if you're actually trying to get something. Either way, it's going to be target number 9 because of something else that happens.
I think coercion, because I'm also trying to get information out of them about after, it was noted that something is wrong. I want to know why something is wrong here, obviously, as well. So, target number 9?
Yes.
Not a single success. No ones.
Well, that makes sense because as soon as you start talking, Yansa says, "They kidnapped me."
We did not.
Pointing specifically at us. They kidnapped us. They're
I'm gonna flash my badge, be like, I'm a member of the Suyata. I didn't kidnap anyone. These are recruits that have been assigned under me.
I flash my badge, and and Tops flashes
His little badge.
It's true.
And
They
well,
didn't kidnap
is
me.
Top still in the like in the jacket with the Cahokian or with
Yeah.
the Suyata logo?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're confused, but after a moment, Yansa is led away. We're sorry about that.
She's upset and grieving because of what happened. I don't blame her.
Go on.
So Tatsi will very matter-of-factly kind of retell the events of the last couple of days, why they came here, you know, what happened when they arrived, the meeting of the two, the nightmares, the first attack, the attack, was it the next day or later that day? The fact that one of the teammates got swallowed by the earth. Everything, like in as matter of fact as way as possible. But it's best to be open and clear, and they clearly are a community that have been handling their own shit for a really long time, and so Tatsi is putting their faith in them that they will be able to help facilitate us helping them helping us, kind of a thing.
So, as you tell your story, it's clear that they don't exactly believe some of it, specifically that your teammate got swallowed by the earth, but eventually the guard stops you and says, "This is very clearly a matter for the village elder. I'll take you to him."
Thank you.
With that, the three of you are led into basically the lodge house. There is clearly an old man sitting there talking with an older woman. And when you arrive, he looks up from this conversation and quirks an eyebrow at you. The guard has not followed you in. Hello?
Hello, village elder. We have news. In addition to a few other things, and again, show off the Suyata badge. My name is Tatsuyaka, and these are my associates, Kachika and Anizi, and Tops.
He holds his hand up. Will this take more than 2 minutes?
Yes, but it is a matter of...
Please, join us for a meal. We're about to sit down to lunch.
Of course, our most gracious.
I jump at the table.
Absolutely.
Tops and Zizi jump at the table.
Thank you.
So,
kindly.
when you sit down, his entire family is there. His wife, his sons, his daughter. It's a beautiful meal. It's the first home-cooked food some of you have had in quite some time. It reminds you of things your grandmother used to make, Kichika. And it reminds you of your favorite little restaurant, Tatsi. Now, and as you sit there, you wonder if Lunamo is doing okay. He was the proprietor of the place. At any rate, the meal is very nice. Roast duck, lots of juices, lots of veggies, something very nice to drink with it, maybe even just cool, fresh mountain water. And then after the meal, he shoos his family away and says, "You were really with the Suyara," looking kind of askance at the assembled group.
Yes, we were originally sent here because reports from the weather tower, was it? I had
Station
stopped
64.
coming. And we were sent to figure out why. Obviously ran into trouble on the way.
It doesn't help that ZZ and Tops have their face stuffed like they were Goku at any meal.
Tatsi is just the pinnacle of manners.
The
Kishka is
entire
wearing a
time,
white Istra did nothing wrong shirt in what is the equivalent of Cahokian Comic Sans.
so the entirety during dinner, everyone at the table is looking at you as if you'd done something wrong. Not openly hostile, just
The rumor mill got me.
not just you, at all of you.
I don't notice because I'm too busy focused on food.
I'm sorry, I'm more used to people being more at home with our customs. I'm not used to having such rude guests. You'll forgive me, I hope.
I'm sorry, but did we do something wrong?
In our village, it is customary to refuse something 3 times before you accept.
Right. Very, very sorry.
It's been a long couple of days.
I can fix
Well,
it.
Our
No,
our
thank
humblest
you. Yes,
apologies
please. No,
for
thank
forgetting our
you.
manners.
Yes, please. No, thank you. Can I eat now?
Oh, it's easy.
She's
He
trying.
he looks at Tatsi specifically. There's a way you can make it up to us.
Anything, of course. Happy to help.
As you say that, as you say anything, he reaches out surprisingly fast for an old man and shakes your hand. I didn't
Patsy
want to
loves the
worry
mystery, honestly.
I didn't want to worry my children, but I hope you can look into something for me. Recently, I've been receiving reports of a small group traveling north. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a concern, but they aren't hunters, they aren't travelers. They look military and from no land around the Freelands. He rises and goes to a nearby shelf, grabs a data pad, and hands it to Tatsi.
Mhm.
On it, you see a blurry image of 4 figures in what look like uniforms, though any identification is difficult to parse. They're moving single file up a hill that looks like it's covered in snow. They evaded a group of volunteers who went out to look for them, and they do seem to have been heading north. I don't want to be the man who ignores signs of a possible invasion. I was going to send a request for a Suyata team tomorrow morning, but then you arrived and volunteered to help.
Mhm.
Yeah, we sure did that.
Excuse me. Could I see that data pad, please?
Patsy would.
Sure.
Please
goes
do an
to-
enhance. Please do an enhance.
He goes to
Yes.
hand it to Kichika. Would you pass this down, please?
I don't touch electron. It's if you want it to not be broken by the time I'm done touching it, it's probably better if we don't.
Just think of that
It's
as
the
the
whole
first
thing.
refusal.
Actually, without ever even breaking a sweat, he's like, "No, it's well, please, hand this."
No, I'm not doing the politeness thing. I'm genuinely, this is a bad idea. I will
A great
break
big
it.
smile, please, I insist.
No,
And after that
truly.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Can I enhance the picture?
Enhance.
Enhance.
Yes, because there's a whole bunch of emergency pixels there for when you really need them.
Hey,
Yes, of
who
course.
said Nisis use pixels? Huh?
It's an algorithm,
true.
okay?
Yeah, and oh, that's not cybernetics.
Right.
But my
We ain't
computers
using
is not bad,
computers here.
as I use the computer stat.
Go ahead and use computers.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they don't work the same
It
way.
is it is, however, a target number of 11. That's really not how computers work. It's not how cameras work.
But you see, I got a 12. And then re-rolling it, I got an 11. Three successes. Whatever. I
So
got a 12 and an 11.
you sit there, and what you do is you feed it into your own Nisi, and you are playing with the settings, and you run it through a few filters, and you do a sharpen, and then you reset because you fucked it up. And eventually, you do get a slightly clearer picture. However, while you're doing that, he'll look at Kichika and just, I don't understand. I thought you were being polite, but I thought you were making an
was.
attempt to respect our cultures, but
No, I was, but in my culture's way, which is that I don't want to break things in someone else's home.
why would you break things in my home?
I wouldn't, but things have a tendency that technological things have a tendency to break in my hands. I don't do anything to them. I seem to be using them just fine. And then a wire shorts, or the screen cracks, or it overheats, or whatever. I don't know.
I toss an alarm clock to Kichika and watch it explode in his hand.
I just hold the alarm clock and I'm just waiting, like bracing for whatever's gonna pop.
The old man says, when you have a random occurrence happen, have you ever heard the phrase, once is happenstance, twice coincidence, and the third time is a pattern?
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm trying to make you aware of the pattern so you don't.
And have you also heard the pattern that if the only commonality is you're probably the one to blame?
I didn't do anything.
In the middle of the next thing he's about to say, the alarm clock, which is digital,
It starts going off.
no, it sparks and turns off.
See? I was just holding it. I did nothing.
I will be submitting for a replacement from the Suyata.
Yes, please.
Of course.
Bill them for this is not so I know my voice sometimes sounds like sarcasm and I don't intend it to. Please bill them. They suck. And
So-
I'm just gonna give back the alarm clock.
Tatsiaka will just give a side eye, like, really?
I do.
I'll fix it before we
They're
leave.
cops.
You're a cop.
Yeah, but like not by choice.
Tatsi will
So-
say nothing further.
As you enhance the image, Anisi, you'll
thing.
zoom in. You managed to get a much clearer picture. You can see that it is in fact military uniforms, but they're not from Cahokia. They have the logos of the Tiswak Alliance. That's a region to what we would consider the Northwest. However, what draws your eyes is that just at the edge of frame, there's a fifth person. What looks like an older woman wearing one of their
Bitch.
clothes. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight.
Nathan! I scratched into my book.
Oh,
What's going on?
well, at least we're not
Hey.
like no one else died.
Yay!
And
Yet.
yet. And I think I contributed more than Kichika did. Yay! Okay, moving on.
Not for lack of effort.
Yansa pipes up, and more than Tatsuyaka.
Man.
If I did anything, it would have been worse.
I'm just giving you shit.
My hands
What?
were tied.
It's hard to be a face in the woods.
Yeah.
Hard to be a face when the only person to
Very
interact
profound.
with hates you.
Oh yeah.
And the second we
To
were
be
in the
fair.
city, I was like, all right, this is my jam. Let's go.
Yeah. Immediately.
The minute he took out the data pad, I was like, technology.
And I became useless again.
We all have our strengths, okay? That's why we're
I'm
a
good at
team.
sass. I was the somewhat phased before you got here.
This was fun.
It's true.
though.
He made an entire thug group back off and feel
Hell yeah.
ashamed.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
rethink their entire life. I literally did the you should go home and rethink your life. I should go home
And
and
it
rethink
worked.
my life.
Yeah. I did that. I did that
Amazing.
in a Pathfinder game once, except it was you shouldn't work for them because their business plan is stupid. You should form a workers co-op with us and make more money and sell drugs.
I told him to follow his dreams, and he's starting a band.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. Very, very tangled vibes.
So, with that, let's go ahead and give the outro.
I guess I'll go ahead and take it first since I'm the one that has to jet most immediately. Hello, I am Vile. You can find me on Twitter at Vilentine. That's Vilentine, like Valentine, but Vi. You can also find me on Twitch at xVilentine, because Vilentine was already taken. Yeah, it was awesome as usual playing with you guys.
I'll go next. I've been Casper, the NB Ghost. I have a scripted podcast called Howl you can find anywhere. I'm pretty much all over the place, but if I'm not on Cybernation Uncensored, then I'm on Tabletop Titties. If I'm not there, then I'm on Neon Lights Roleplay. If I'm not there, then I'm on the Initiative Order. And yeah, you can follow me at Casper the NB Ghost. That's Casper DANB Ghost, all one word. And yeah, it's been fun. This has been ZZ. We out.
My name is Bo. I use they them pronouns, and you can find me all over the internet at Dorky Teacher, except for on Twitch, where it is just Dorky Teacher because Dorky Teacher was taken. Yeah, you can find me there tomorrow, where I will
Those
be...
bastards.
I know, they keep stealing our freaking usernames. Yeah, you can find me on my Twitch channel tomorrow playing Jedi Fallen Order. It's a lot of fun. I make them fall down. And then on Friday, well, tomorrow and Thursday, and then on Friday, I will most likely be playing some games with some friends from the ttrpg community, Bright Dystopia and It's the Riddler. And that's it for me, Logan.
And I've been your story guide once again. Big thank you to all of my lovely players, and a huge thank you to Kichika's player Bo, without whom none of this could be possible. Bo runs the tech side of everything while being an awesome character. I'm a writer, editor, and a bunch of other things from the Upsalaga tribe. And I can be found streaming ttrpgs in a lot of places. I can be found in as a Kichiwa all over the internet. If you want to see me do more of these, I can be found on Creators Assemble. I can be found on Play Nerd Allies. I can be found in a couple more places. I can also be found on the initiative order, and I've got some really exciting things coming up, so stay tuned. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and leave. Shinat the Erigak, everyone.
Peace and love, hippies.
Cybernation on